A RAG system can look intelligent with 50 documents and collapse with 50,000. At small scale, a developer can embed every chunk, keep the vectors in memory, compare a query against all of them, and return the closest matches. Then the knowledge base grows, latency climbs, memory disappears, filters become awkward, and deployments lose state. The model is not suddenly worse, and the embeddings did not suddenly forget, meaning the retrieval layer has outgrown its storage strategy. This is the moment vector databases enter the story not as a source of intelligence, but as infrastructure built to search meaning quickly. When brute force stops being practical, consider a support assistant for a software company. Its first version indexes product manuals, help center articles, and a few hundred resolved tickets. Each question becomes an embedding. The application compares it with every stored chunk, and the best passages enter the prompt. Then the team adds release notes, engineering runbooks, regional policies, and years of ticket history. Soon the index contains hundreds of thousands of chunks. A refund question now scans a mountain of vectors before the model can even begin answering. The demo still works, but the product no longer feels responsive, predictable, or cheap. The obvious method is exact nearest neighbor search. Calculate similarity between the query and every stored vector, then sort the results. It is simple and accurate, but its cost grows with the collection. Against millions of high-dimensional vectors, each query creates far more distance calculations and memory traffic before generation starts. Add concurrent users, and retrieval becomes the bottleneck. Raw files or process memory also do not provide durability, replication filtering, or safe updates. The problem is no longer how do we compare vectors. It is how do we operate semantic search as a dependable service. A vector database changes the strategy. Instead of comparing the query with everything, it builds an index that narrows the search to promising regions of vector space. This is approximate nearest neighbor search. Trade a small amount of theoretical precision for a large gain in speed and scale. Graph-based indexes connect nearby vectors, while partition-based approaches divide the space into searchable regions. The database inspects only a fraction of the collection and still recovers useful candidates. That trade is the central engineering move. Exact search asks, which vector is truly closest? Production retrieval asks, which relevant candidates can we find fast enough to support the application? The support assistant does not store embeddings alone. Each vector must remain connected to its chunk text, document identifier, product version, language, customer tier, and access rules. This metadata turns semantic similarity into application-aware retrieval. A question about enterprise billing should not retrieve a consumer article merely because the wording is similar. A user in one region should not receive guidance for another. The database therefore performs two jobs together: find close candidates and constrain them with structured conditions. Without metadata, retrieval finds related text. With metadata, it can find related text that is permitted, current, and operationally relevant. Now the full pipeline becomes visible. Documents are parsed into meaningful chunks. Each chunk is embedded, and the vector database stores the embedding with text and metadata. At query time, the application embeds the question, applies filters, searches the index, retrieves candidates, optionally re-ranks them, and sends the strongest evidence to the language model. The database sits between document preparation and generation. It does not understand policy, verify truth, or write the answer. It accelerates candidate discovery. This separation matters because retrieval quality depends on every layer. Bad chunks create bad vectors. Weak filters admit wrong evidence. and a perfect database cannot rescue irrelevant source material. Every index balances recall, latency, memory, and update cost differently. Graph-based indexes often deliver strong search quality and fast queries, but may consume substantial memory. Partition and quantization approaches can compress large collections and reduce search work, but may require training or more aggressive approximation. Disk-oriented designs can hold collections larger than memory, trading some latency for capacity. There is no universally best index. The right question is not which algorithm wins. It is what does this workload require? A legal research tool may prioritize recall. A live support bot may accept slightly lower recall to remain fast under heavy traffic. The next problem appears when semantic search meets business rules. Filtering after search may discard most candidates. Filtering before search may create subsets the index handles poorly. Some systems integrate filters into the search plan. The support assistant no longer needs 5 similar chunks. It needs 5 similar chunks for this product: region, version, and permission boundary. That request turns database architecture into product behavior. As the assistant serves more teams, the collection needs boundaries, namespaces, collections, partitions, or tenant identifiers separate data by customer, department, environment, or use case. This improves manageability and protects against accidental cross-tenant retrieval. A startup may begin with one shared index and a customer-ID field. Later, regulatory performance or operational requirements may justify separate collections or clusters. That decision affects backup, migration, scaling, and access control. Vector search is often framed as ranking, but production systems treat it as data governance too. The closest chunk is useless if the application was never allowed to retrieve it. When retrieval fails, teams often blame the embedding model or language model, but database failures can be quieter. An index may be stale after partial updates. Deleted documents may remain searchable. Metadata schemas may drift. Replicas may lag. Compression may lower recall. A filter may exclude the only correct chunk. A top K value may be too small, while a larger value floods the re-ranker with noise. The support assistant can therefore produce a fluent, wrong answer even while every service appears healthy. The dangerous metric is not database uptime. It is evidence quality under real queries. A system can return results in 20 milliseconds and still retrieve the wrong information. Start with the workload, not the vendor page. Estimate collection size, vector dimensions, query volume, update frequency, metadata complexity, tenancy, latency targets, and durability needs. Decide whether the system must run inside your infrastructure, use a managed service, support hybrid keyword search, or integrate with an existing database. Then test with representative documents and real questions. Measure recall at K, end-to-end latency, filter accuracy, index build time, storage cost, and update behavior. A benchmark on random vectors cannot reveal whether your support assistant retrieves the correct policy version. The best database is the one that meets the application's retrieval contract under realistic pressure. A vector database is not mandatory for every AI feature. If the collection is small and fits in memory, a local index may be easier to build and debug. A traditional database with vector support may also be enough when semantic search is only one feature. Infrastructure should arrive when the workload demands it. The signal is operational pain, slow scans, difficult filtering, missing persistence, concurrency limits, or scaling work that distracts from the product. The support assistant finally scales because the team stops treating embeddings as a pile of numbers and starts treating retrieval as a production system. The vector database provides indexing, persistence, filtering, isolation, updates, and distributed search. But the final answer still depends on document quality, chunk boundaries, metadata, re-ranking, prompts, permissions, and evaluation. This is the strategic takeaway. A vector database does not make a RAG system smart. It makes relevant evidence searchable at the speed and scale the application requires. The intelligence comes from the whole pipeline. The database is the specialized engine that keeps that pipeline moving when the knowledge base becomes too large for brute force.